Yo, it's Shonna. I'm 27 years old. I'm from a small town called Robbins, North Carolina. And here we are. Grew up, basically here. Mom, single parent. Was away from my dad after about 10 years old. Definitely a hard time and something different to deal with as a kid. But I did transition, and I did eventually, go through middle school, high school, on to college. So I think I did pretty well. But this documentary is really just to tap you guys into my life outside of the music. And I definitely wanted to capture that, my family, my friends, places that I used to go, the church that really brought the soul and the music out of me, everything, So I'm excited, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this, and stay tuned. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, keep it a whole stack, keep it a whole him. Young CEO dream chasing, ain't got no time for relations. Lord knows I'm working on patience. If you really boil down to it, got some brothers who will get to it. All these flights, I'm still new to it. Keep it a whole stack.
This is my mom. My mom, she can introduce herself. Mom, tell the people, what's your name?
My name is Catherine.
Yes, ma'am. And this the lady who is responsible for me, being here. So as you guys see me in the artist form, I wanted you guys to see me in my personal element as well, because that's important too, as being an artist and an entertainer, somebody who's always out and about. You have to be able to kind of show that backside of where you came from. So that's exactly why I wanted to, film this documentary and let you guys kind of tap into my life a little bit. So for starters, of course, you guys now know my mom, Catherine. So mom, just give them a little, like a little backstory. Matter of fact, we could just start with like a funny story of when I was a kid. Just a memory of like me as and I'm talking like baby. Any memories that you got that just like right off the head that you could think of? Cause you be telling me a lot. When you see me, you're like, I remember when this and this, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, she was a good baby. She cried a lot at first because she had to stay in the hospital. She was a premature baby. So she had to stay 3 extra weeks down at Moore Regional in Pinehurst. So the doctors and nurses kind of got her spoiled, and when she came home, every time somebody come in the door, she started crying and reaching for them. So they go pick her up, and when they pick her up, she stopped crying, and she done that for a while. But after she got over a little crying spell, she was a good
that was
baby.
Good,
Yeah, she always loved to go to church, and she loves singing. I taught her first song when she was about.
Please tell them this first song, Mom. I'm sorry to cut you. Every interview I've had, I forget the song, and I sit there and be like, what was the song? You tell me every time. What's the song?
The song was Yes, There Is Hope.
That's what the song.
And she was about 5.
That's what the song is.
When she sang that, and we had a choir anniversary, and I taught it to her, and she sung it. And when she got through singing, my sister told her that she sounded like a grown woman singing that song, and she just been singing ever since,
Golly.
Yeah, and she always sung in the choir, and if they come to a hard song that they knew the choir couldn't sing, they always say, let Shonna sing,
Let's
let
go.
Shonna sing. So a piano player, he would teach her the Shonna, and she would do the singing, and as growing up as a little girl, teenager, the church went a lot of places, and different churches singing and doing programs, and they could always depend on Shonna to sing something, and
for sure,
she just had singing in her. That's something you don't just learn overnight. She was gifted with it.
Well, you was gifted first,
because everybody just can't sing. Everybody can background lead, but it takes somebody different to be able to be a lead singer, and all.
It's different. It's different. That's why I be feeling like, I don't know, it's built in me. That's why I know you taught me my first song, so you were really the start to it. So they don't know that you be singing too now. You be singing a little bit too.
Yeah, my great aunt used to tell me that my grandma, which I never knew her, my daddy never knew her, because he was 5 when she died, so he was raised by his grandparents, and his aunt used to always tell me that my grandma was a singing woman. So I guess that's where I got
all
my
that
little
came
singing from, and all. And it's when I was growing up in school and we have the concerts and stuff at school. I always loved singing. I always got on the choir and sang, and we go to different programs, and I just always loved singing. It just grew up in me too. So,
yeah,
like I say, if we don't use it, you'll lose it. I definitely don't want to lose it.
I'm telling you. That's why y'all see how that's
blessed with something. God wants you to use it. So
for sure.
To the best of your ability. So that's what I try to do. The best I can.
For sure. I feel like too, that's where I get that boldness from. People ask me all the time, like, yo, why you just able to just stand in front of people like that and just draw their energy? Like, how you able to just pull them and gravitate them into? I have no clue. I mean, it's God first, I know that, and then I know it's like you just taught me to be so, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it either. It's just like it's a boldness that I have where I had to develop it. It didn't come from, I used to be so shy where I used to stand up there and just with my eyes closed in front of everybody, so scared to look. I had to turn around, So, I mean, it was like, I guess those times just made me. It made me. It's crazy to think now that I put on shows. Like I've had shows where not even my mom has even been there, like where it's been, hundreds of people, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to the thousands yet, but it's like I performed in front of hundreds of people and been able to kind of gravitate them towards like my music without them even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? Some people are new. Some people are like actual supporters who've been seeing me, work and all of that. So they understand the grind already. But for new people, hearing that different sound is different because I'm soulful too. And that's what you hear her talk about the church and all the church, that was all instilled in me, and it was something that I would ever take back. You know what I'm saying? Ever take back. That was where it started. That was where I gravitated. That's where everything came from. And that's why I always keep God first too. You had them times where you go down and it's like, but if you could just say them couple words and, I had that relationship and it's like, I feel like everything gonna be all right. So that's why I push how I push. So this the lady. She responsible for this. I just wanted y'all to meet her, you know what I'm saying? And I know she not, used to the whole cam and all of that, but I just wanted her to really be introduced and properly introduced as my mother, the person who got me here. I'm the reason why you guys see me perform, the reason why I'm writing music. You know what I'm saying? I have something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I have a history. So, and we're gonna tap into that during this documentary. So y'all got a couple more people to meet. So, Mom, I appreciate you. I always appreciate you. And it's Mother's Day.
Yes.
It's Mother's Day. It's Mother's Day. So it's a great day. It's a good day. It's a good day. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. We're gonna have a second part to this. We're gonna keep, rolling throughout the day, and y'all, stay tuned for sure. But yeah, this is my brother Desi though. This is my brother Desi though. And he funny. So y'all be telling me I'm funny. No. And look, people be like, bro, you should do like some comedy or something like on the side with the music. No. But I say stuff natural like that. Like you say stuff natural that be funny, like, and that's the way I am. So y'all see where I probably get some of that from too. How old are you, bro?
46.
Right. So y'all see we a little bit apart, a little bit apart. And a lot of y'all be asking me like family wise, like, do I got brothers and sisters and stuff like that? But this is my brother on my mom's, on my mom's side. And I have a sister as well. Her name's Shonna. So Desi live out in Asheboro too. You live in Asheboro too. Yeah. Me and my brother really just getting back close too. But I like it though. I'm liking it too. And that's, as family, sometimes you do grow apart a little bit. Sometimes it's not even, well, a lot of the times it's not purposely. It's just something that just is like natural. I went off to school, you know what I'm saying? Like, really when I went off to school is when I ain't really like see you anymore like that. So I think like, as family, it's important too to at some point get back tied in. And I think crazy thing is about, how long it's been, bro? About maybe like 2 months since you had like the COVID joint happen, like and all of that stuff, like 2 months. So like, just like 2 months ago, like that, no lie, opened my eyes for just me as my like my blood brother, you know what I'm saying? So it had me like, dang, I know if that, I ain't never, I ain't had nobody close that had happened to in my family that was like intermediate family. You hear people talk about it and all of that, but you don't really have nobody close to you that shit happen, and it's like, dang, so it hit you a lot harder. So that really made me open my eyes and be like, yo, I need to lock back in with you. Like I needed to do that. Not even nothing on your part, it's just like, shoot, I want to get, you know, closer back to my brother. So I'm grateful to have him here now and actually being a part of something that this is my first time doing this, bro. Like, I've never done a documentary before. I don't know how this go, but I was like, you know what? I want people to see me outside of my element of just music. Cause music came from like all the family history, all the background. Like my mom was talking earlier on the church and stuff. All of that just led to me now at 27 years old being a real performing artist. Like a lot of my family don't get to see me perform, you know. But like I really perform. I really get, you know, booked for shows. I work now with the band with my cousins too, and y'all gonna meet them too later on. But yeah, bro. So just like I done this with mom too. I was like, yo, just name like a funny, and it could be anything. That's why I'm so open like with it right now, because that's what a documentary, you know, is for. So you could just give them a funny memory that you got with me as a kid, like anything funny that sticks out. Or just, it ain't gotta be funny. It could just be, you know, anything. I just want them to hear from you a little bit, you know.
Well, we 18 years apart. I was graduating from high school when she was born.
That shit crazy. Think about.
I mean, when she was little, you could take. She was born early. You could lay her in the shoebox and she'd get in the shoebox. I ain't lying to you.
In the shoe.
4 pounds, 4.5 ounces.
That shit crazy, but to think somebody could be that small, like.
Mama used to ask me, you wanna go see Shonna? I said, why? They won't let her come home.
Right, man.
Go and see her, we can't bring her home.
And I hear that story every time. That shit crazy, every time. But the crazy part is the shoebox part, bro. I can't even get over that. I wish I could have seen myself in the shoebox. And being that small, that's what I'm saying. I hear it. I'm like, man.
But this right here, that's grandma's and grandpa pit right there, buddy.
Hey, the lover.
Find a premature outfit at Belts and Ashford, and the shoes 0-0.
0-0.
Oh yeah.
But look, my brother, he mentioned my grandparents. My grandparents was my favorite. You know what I'm saying? I love them to death. They was always around. Like really, a lot of the times when my mom was at work, which was, you know what I'm saying, she had to work. She was a single parent, so she was working and doing what she had to do to supply. And then during that time, I was always with my grandparents. That's the house that I was living in. It was who I was around 24/7. So anything they needed, what Shonna doing? I'm going to go do it, whether I got $1, no dollar. Sometimes I did get my dollar. So that's when my brother kicking in with his, you know, with his little jealousy. It's all right, you know what I'm saying? It's okay that I was getting my little dollars because I was working hard for it. And I was just loving on them because they was my heart, for real, for real. And like, rest in peace to them. I promise you, like, on everything I love, if you've heard my music, I've mentioned them in my music. They was even the back of my album cover of my previous album. So like, for people that don't, you know what I'm saying, really know my music, Progression 2, my album, if you go look that up on Apple Music or anywhere, like the back of the cover art has my grandparents' face on it. So like, they meant a lot to me. No matter how much I may joke around, we may joke around about it, like they was really my, you know what I'm saying, like my rock for real. So regardless of all the, you know, for sure. And y'all can get to meet the cousins and stuff too. They crazy, man. They crazy. But yeah, like he said, we was 18 years. That joint is crazy, 18 years apart. That's why, like, it's hard, you know, when you, like growing up, like it's hard to be 18 years apart and have the same things in common too. Like, cause you was in high school when I was being born, it's like, well, yeah, wow, like, how do we even, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things we can't relate on, but I'm glad, like, as we, you know what I'm saying, older, now that I'm older, I can't understand some of the stuff you were saying. I can't understand some of the stuff Mom was saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times about a lot of things, life stuff, you know, friendships, all of that. You see that stuff when you get older, but when you're a kid, it's like, well, you don't notice that, you know, people can really be bad on their intentions, if that makes sense. Like, people can really be saying they like, you know what I'm saying, they happy for you and stuff, but really getting close to you and having bad intentions at the same time. But like, my heart is so pure. So like, with my mom, you know what I'm saying, everybody make mistakes. We all done made mistakes, but like, as far as like a pure heart, I got that from her, like having just a big heart for people. So like, if I see somebody that, you know, is in need and I'm able to help, I just feel like why not? You know what I'm saying? If you able to do it, why not do it? And I feel like with having good intentions, sometimes you can attract the wrong people. So I had to learn that as being like an adult, not learning that as a child, but hearing it all the time.